I'm exhausted. I just played 3 hours of pickleball.
I admire you for it. It's awesome that you're doing that. I find it difficult to move today.
Anything hurts?
No, I'm fine. It's just that I don't feel like it. I have no desire to move and no energy. I don't feel like anything. Do you sometimes feel you don't want to exercise? In this video, we look at some common reasons people give for not exercising and provide ideas to help you get yourself motivated. Diabetes sucks.
But at Simply Diabetes, we can help you manage your diabetes cheaper and easier.
We are not medical professionals. We are people with diabetes, just like you.
Welcome. It's so easy not to exercise.
We know we should, though. There's a ton of info about how exercise helps keep us healthy and young. Moving helps us manage our blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, and all these other important numbers that our doctors always check. People give countless reasons for not getting going, and yet,
We've heard a ton of excuses. Here are a few.
I don't have time.
I'm too tired.
It's too expensive.
I don't know what to do.
I don't like exercising.
I have an injury or some other health issue.
I'll start tomorrow.
I don't see results fast enough.
The weather is bad.
I have no motivation.
Any of these sound familiar? I know I've used at least half of these at some point, but we all know these are not true.
Do you really not have time? It's true that people are too busy at work or family or other commitments, but it's all about priorities. If you prioritize exercise, you will find the time.
When I worked in the office full-time, I used to schedule exercise like any other appointment. This way, I couldn't honestly say I didn't have time.
But some people really have their schedules full. What then?
Then we need a creative solution.
Like what?
If family is taking a lot of your time, that's wonderful. Do something active together. Everyone benefits. If it's work, can you take a little break? 10 minutes or even less will help. And the additional benefit is that such a break will refresh your mind. I remember being in a time crunch at work and finding time for going for a walk was tough. I ended up inviting my manager for a strategy walk together. We were both stressed and the walk did wonders for us. We were strategizing while moving. It was fantastic.
Wow. But if that's not possible, not everyone has such a good manager.
Then move at least a little. Even a tiny bit helps. 10 squats, or walk up and down the stairs. Anything. At home, you can walk in place or stand on one foot while relaxing with your favorite show. Literally, any movement is better than nothing. We have a video about that, and I linked it below.
If somebody has a desk that's standing, does that work?
Yes. I use the standing desk all the time. It's awesome.
What if people are too tired? We all know what that feels like. We have no energy, especially after a long day.
Absolutely. But if your tiredness is more mental than physical, then moving is actually the best thing you can do.
Many people go to the gym to exercise, but for a lot of us, money's tight right now. And it's hard to justify a gym membership when we have so many other bills to pay. You can buy your own equipment, but that's costly too.
Yes. Luckily, you can do a lot at home with minimal equipment or even with no equipment at all. If you like gyms, it can be really difficult, but this is where you can be creative. I know someone who works for her local gyms just once a week for a few hours. This gives her access to the gym without paying a penny. Also, you can join a community center for a lot less than a gym. These are less glamorous, but more accessible.
My community center is only $10 a month for seniors.
Right.
Gyms and community centers are also good for classes. I know you used to go to many different ones, Aquafit, Zumba, Pilates, and so on. So you know what to do because you've seen it. But if you exercise alone at home and you're just starting, many people have no idea what to do if you've never exercised before.
There are so many videos out there for all levels of fitness that I'm sure everyone can find something just right for them. Videos are also great if you feel intimidated by the gym. For many people, particularly those of us on the larger side, the prospect of going into the gym is terrifying. You don't have to. All you need is a computer or a phone and a good video.
Do you like exercising?
I hate it. It's boring and painful and sweaty and overall yucky. But I love having exercised. I love the feeling of being done. My body feels alive and I don't have to think about another exercise session until at least tomorrow.
I love pickleball, but even I sometimes don't like dragging myself out to the court. I still do. The worst thing is when my body hurts.
Yes, sometimes it is hard to get moving for fear of injuring or re-injuring ourselves. We all have various aches and pains. There's a saying that if after 40 you wake up and nothing hurts, it means you're dead. The good news is we are not dead yet.
But if something really hurts, you could make it worse.
Yes. So we need to be careful. But that doesn't mean we should sit on our butts. If your shoulder hurts, for example, you could go for a walk or do squats. We can just use the body parts that don't give us trouble.
Okay, we'll start tomorrow.
On our Monday or first of the month or something like that. But no, we really should start now. It doesn't have to be a big production. Just let's move our arms a bit, walk in place for a couple of minutes. But let's do it right now.
People sometimes get discouraged because the progress is so slow.
Whose progress? We have diabetes. Our progress can be measured by the blood sugar level. You'll see the results in literally minutes, 1 hour tops. Just measure before and after exercising, and you'll see beautiful progress.
What if you want to go out for a walk, but it's too hot, too cold, too rainy, or snowy?
Yes, I face this a lot in the summer. Here in Las Vegas, it's so hot that walking outside can be dangerous. And the pups could burn their paws on the sidewalk. No thanks. But there are so many other things we can do. Or we can walk early in the day before it gets hot, or late in the evening after it cools down. When it's too cold, you can't wait it out. When I lived in Canada, I had a dog who loved the cold. But one day it was so cold, even she refused to go for a walk. That's when I know you need a different plan. But the weather shouldn't surprise us. We know the climate we live in.
So, we might not have an excuse, but sometimes it's just so darn difficult to get going. What if we have no motivation?
If you're waiting until you feel inspired or driven to work out, you might wait for a very long time.
I found the time I least feel like moving is the time I need it the most. So I drag my sorry butt to the pickleball court.
I have helpers. Even if I don't feel like going, they'll remind me. They are the most persistent creatures on the planet. They stare at me and push me until I get up and take them for a walk.
They trained you well.
Yeah, they did. What about you? What's your biggest obstacle? How do you overcome it? Tell us in the comments.
Did we debunk your excuse? If so, give us a like. Subscribe to our Simply Diabetes channel and hit the bell icon so you're notified of new videos. We post every Tuesday.
And don't forget to tell your friends. Let's help each other fight diabetes cheaper and easier.
See you next week.
Until then, keep your blood sugar in a healthy range.